This is 3 News Daily.
Hello everyone, welcome back to 3 News Daily on this Wednesday, February 1st. I'm Stephanie Haney, and we start today in Akron, where firefighters are continuing an investigation into what caused a deadly fire at an apartment building last night. This happened on Fleming Drive. Crews tell us they arrived to find the entire apartment in flames around 6 p.m. One person has died and 3 other people were taken to the hospital in addition to that. At least 5 adults and 2 children had their units destroyed. Now at 2 o'clock this afternoon, the funeral for Tyre Nichols started in Memphis. Thousands of people showed up, including Vice President Kamala Harris. The 29-year-old died 3 days after he was violently beaten by Memphis police officers at a traffic stop, sparking protests across the country. Civil rights activist Reverend Al Sharpton was set to deliver Tyre's eulogy today. Last night, the Reverend spoke at an historic Memphis church, renewing a call for justice.
We are going to continue to fight this fight around police brutality and killing until we get federal laws changed. What happened to Tyre is a disgrace to this country.
We started streaming the funeral at 2 p.m. when it started today. You can see the celebration of Tyre's life at WKYC.com. Now yesterday, New Mexico prosecutors formally charged actor Alec Baldwin with involuntary manslaughter in relation to the deadly shooting on the set of the movie Rust. We're learning that gunfire is said to have not even been necessary for the scene he was rehearsing when the gun went off. Cinematographer Halyna Hutchins was killed during that rehearsal. Prosecutors say there is probable cause that he committed involuntary manslaughter in an unlawful act. Next in this case, Baldwin will be issued a court summons, and then he'll be given a date for his initial court appearance, which is something that can be done virtually. Now bringing it back to Northeast Ohio, we're getting a look inside the residences of Shaker Square, where tenants call the living conditions deplorable. Our Bree Buckley reports.
Tenants at their wits' end.
The main elevator's out of service. It's been out of service for over a month.
Beyond frustrated with a laundry list of issues in the residences at Shaker Square. Like the visible and shocking water damage all throughout in the basement, hallways, and here in the Ranges apartment. They say it's been like this for months with no word on when it could be fixed.
We just want to see the improvements that they say that they're going to do, that they follow through.
We're told the building didn't have heat for over a month, and some units still don't.
We have space heaters and we have blankets and things like that, but still, we haven't had heat since then.
And security is another main concern.
See, it doesn't even close.
Neighbor after neighbor sharing their list of issues just as we walk the halls, inviting us in floor by floor to see for ourselves. As a new notice just went out saying water will be shut off during the day for the rest of the week.
Everybody has a problem, just about everybody.
Ron James has led a tenants organization pushing for change, working with city council to gain their support. City officials say the owners, listed as Shaker Heights Apartments Owner LLC, have been charged for multiple building code violations. Some say they're more frustrated with the owners than the property manager.
Management has so much to do that they haven't been able to get everything or even most of the things done.
But many say they don't want to leave and are hopeful that the owners will step up and fix their home.
It's a shame because the apartments are large and, if they were kept up, they would really be nice. A nice place to live.
Thank you for that story, Bree. Now today at 3 o'clock, Cleveland City Council President Blaine Griffin and Council Member Deborah Gray are holding a press conference to raise awareness about this situation. Now last night, we learned the funeral arrangements for beloved Cleveland baseball drummer John Adams. Calling hours will be Friday at Ferfolia Funeral Home in Sagamore Hills from 3 to 7 p.m. And the funeral mass will be at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning at the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist. The Guardians let us know that instead of bringing flowers, the community is invited to make a donation to the John J. Adams Scholarship Fund. Adams passed away Monday at the age of 71. Now in education news, Cleveland Metropolitan School District is now using a new software program to help keep kids in the classroom. It's called Everyday Lab, and it helps track students' attendance. If a student misses several consecutive days, the program will call the students home so parents are aware and can address any possible issues. Students' poor attendance has been a growing problem in the district, something that's been made worse throughout the pandemic. Now today we begin Black History Month, and all throughout February, Through News will be uncovering the origins of the special month, commemorating the countless accomplishments of African Americans. Our Brianna Dahlquist did some digging to uncover the roots, and it led her to a university that celebrated the special month first, and that's right here in Northeast Ohio.
Black History Month is alive and well in Northeast Ohio, and you won't have to go very far to find examples on Black excellence. But what most people don't know is that it all started right here.
Kent State University traces its roots back all the way to 1969, when the university's Black United Students organization advocated for an entire month dedicated to Black history.
Now that I'm chair, I have to remind people that what appears as a new idea isn't.
At the time, there was only the Negro History Week that was celebrated during the second week in February. After a year of planning, Black History Month was established at Kent State in 1970.
When you talk about that sense of belonging and walking through the building and you see pictures of Black people. There's no other building like this on campus. There's no building like this anywhere in the country. There are other Black cultural centers, but nothing like this.
Mwatabu Baba Okanta is a poet, professor, and the chair of Africana Studies at Kent State University. He was just a freshman when Black History Month was established on campus.
I'm the last person who was actually an undergraduate student here in the 1970s who's seen this go through all of its manifestations.
It would be another 6 years before President Ford declared February as Black History Month.
It's special because I can literally say to students, I'm a part of a generation of Black United students that dream about your presence here, so that your presence represents what was for us the vision of a future.
Deanna Backus, a junior and the president of the Black United Students, says she's inspired to keep walking in the footsteps of those that came before her.
If people paved the way, why not make the way longer? Make that path longer for other people to take and make it so it goes around multiple times.
From the art gallery, theater, and all throughout the lecture halls, Baba Akanta says the legacy of Black excellence is all around.
That's why this building is here. That's what this building represents.
Thank you for that, Brianna. And we look forward to bringing you more stories celebrating Black culture and history all month long. Now, for a story to brighten your day, a Northeast Ohio firefighter is proving to be a true hero, not for what he did on the job, but for something he did while he was on vacation in Hawaii. Bay Village firefighter Jeremy Gillespie was sitting on his balcony during a really heavy rainstorm when he saw a Maui County firefighter get swept into a storm drain. He ran over to help and performed CPR on 24-year-old Trey Evans Dumarin. And in their latest update on Facebook, Maui County says the firefighter is making promising signs of improvement. Thank goodness for that. Now, with our two Cleveland Heights natives Super Bowl bound, and as Travis and Jason Kelce prepare to become the first brothers to ever face off in the big game, people here got the bright idea to light up the Heights. What that means is schools and businesses in Cleveland Heights and University Heights teamed up to give away gold light bulbs for people to put in their front porch lights on Super Bowl Sunday to honor the brothers. So for a list of places where you can pick up a free gold light bulb while they last, head to WKYC.com so we can show that support. And it's the moment music fans have all been waiting for. Just this morning, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced the nominees, and here they are. Kate Bush for the class of 2023. Also, SHERYL Crow nominated. Missy Elliott is on the list. Iron Maiden made the initial cut. Joy Division and New Order were nominated together. Cyndi Lauper, also a nominee. George Michael on the list. Willie Nelson, along with Rage Against the Machine, Soundgarden, The Spinners, A Tribe Called Quest, The White Stripes, and Warren ZEVON. Now, if you want to check all of their bios, we have them up on WKYC.com so you can make your picks for who you think is going to get in. And that brings us to our question of the day. We want to know, how do you feel about the list of nominees? Did they miss anyone that you think should be inducted? That's our question to you. Or maybe you just love the list. Post your comment to the WKYC Facebook page and we'll talk about it during What's New at 4 o'clock. And before we go, you have to hear about this incredible young man. The goalie for Kenston High School's hockey team has made more than 400 saves this season alone, but that's not the impressive part. 17-year-old Nate Lintz has been blocking big shots since he was 8 years old with a prosthetic arm. His loved ones say he is a huge inspiration on and off the ice.
When he was younger, there were kids that would be like, "What happened to you?" or "Why is it like that?" And you know, he would just say, "That's the way God made me." His name is Nathan. It means a gift from God. He is truly a gift.
Now, hockey is just one of the things Nate has mastered. He started playing guitar a few years ago thanks to a customized arm that helps him strum those heavy metal notes that he loves. What an incredible, impressive, inspiring young man. Thanks for being with us for today's edition of 3 News Daily. We'll be back tomorrow with more of your top stories from around Northeast Ohio. We'll see you then.